This video gonna be about the worst teams to win a World Series. Now, that's actually moronic to say because you got to play 162 games, but a lot of things have to go your way. Baseball, unlike the NBA or unlike the NFL, it ain't always the best team wins or gets to the show. Baseball, because of wild cards and situations, strange things have happened. So let's look at them. The 2010 Giants, which Mitch Baumgartner, and they had quite a pitching staff, Baumgartner, but they weren't seen as what you call an elite team because they were past removed from a Barry Bonds in the lineup and a Jeff Kent. Ironically, that team that lost to the Angels, which I still am baffled by, but this Giants team won in 2010. Go figure. Because, but they're pitching. The Giants had incredible pitching. The 87 Twins. Still remember when it was like basically home field. And Kent Herbeck was balling. Bert Blyleven was pitching. But a young Kirby Puckett was on the emerge. And, Frank Viola was pitching. And that was a surprise team because the Cardinals were considered as the better team. But we're not talking about just classic upsets, because if I was going to talk about upsets in baseball, that'd be a separate video. But a team that overachieved, that you didn't think belonged on the field, they're a great example of that. They were able to put that together. The 03 Marlins, who beat the Yankees, which a lot of people don't talk about because Florida, they got bought and sold. They had won 2 rings, and the owner didn't really want to keep them there, and it's a mess. They're the Miami Marlins. But then with young Dontrelle Willis and Josh Beckett, and that team won. And they had 2 promising arms, but they weren't a memorable team per se, but they won, So the next team that comes to mind would be the 85 Royals. Now, obviously with George Brett and all that, but Dan Quisenberry. But again, they beat a better St. Louis Cardinals team. No one saw Kansas City as a legit team back then, but they did it. That was something else for them. The 2000 Yankees, they were a dynasty with Derek Jeter and them. But at that stage, that was probably the less memorable run that they had. They beat the Mets, but it was evenly matched. It's just that Clemens, of course, the intimidation with Piazza and all that, but they hit timely hitting. They came up timely. But they weren't seen as some team that you sit there, oh, wow, that you were blown away by. Of course, the next year, Arizona beat the Yankees. And again, they weren't seen as a pick to even be a threat because I don't think anyone saw them as the best team. That's that you when Seattle won all those games. So again, baseball is a different juggernaut. It's crazy. Of course, I'm gonna talk about the 2006 St. Louis Cardinals, the team that won only 83 games. That shows you how baseball is. That would never happen in the NBA. I don't think you're gonna have a 42, 43 win team win a chip. But they got fired. They got fired at the right time. They beat the Padres, they beat the Mets, and then they beat the Tigers in the World Series. And Tony La Russa. And you had Albert Pujols and Scott Rowland came up big. Baseball was really about momentum when you catch fire at the right time. And, it's a lot of factors involved with it. It's one of those sports where there'll be teams that are less deserving that you would think, but they win, And then you catch fire in the NBA, but it's usually with a superstar or player. Baseball's a different juggernaut. But who, in your opinion, is the worst World Series team that won in baseball? Feel free to hit them comments below. Let me know. Please hit like, subscribe, with thoughts and comments. And I do respond. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Peace, I'm out.